stray dogs, trying to help them, feed them,
Yeah, and this is how we found out about you actually, because one of our team was doing a bit of research about, you know, who's supporting the situation in Lesvos, and Hott Spott came up as, I think we found some articles.
Yes. Last year, someone just took a picture of the situation of, you know, because, you know, you can say as much as you want, but the proof was, and then from there, he contacted us, we got an honorary certificate,
and what do you actually
across
do?
the world, and from even, I mean, all over the world people were interested, and it really, really surprised me, because I thought no one cared.
Well, we do, and people do. What is it that you do each day?
Well, we help as much as we can, feed them, make sure, like if you see one that's hurt or wounded, want to take them to the vet, give them a place to stay that's warm. Because in the winter it gets very cold here. You know, people think that Greece, it never gets cold here, but we have the full 4 seasons. It gets cold here. Yes. See, many people don't know that. They think that all year it's sunny. It's not. No. So it's conditions that are harsh for, you know, maybe a sick animal or whatever. So we've always...
And they know. And so because we're in Mytilene, right, which is the capital of Lesvos.
Yes.
So do you have, how many dogs are you supporting each night? Do they know to come here?
Of course they do. Right. They know where the food is. You know, there are pockets of dogs everywhere. We go and we feed, like there's around the castle, we have a very ancient castle on the left here, which is just up the road. But there's a bunch of strays there that live there. That's their home.
Right.
And so we feed them there. We see that everybody's, you know, that they're doing okay. We try to give them homes, and so we're constantly campaigning. So it varies. The number is never a stable number, ever.
Right.
So it just
What's
varies.
been your mass feeding?
20-ish.
Really?
Yeah, then from there, you know, economically we can't.
Yeah.
You know, we've been really, really strange economically.
I know. Well, it's been tough, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And what would help?
Extraordinary.
Have you got any sort of long-term plans for what you do with the dogs, or are you just quite happy with?
Well, I would like to do something a little bit more. I don't have the resources because I do have a plot of land that I could keep them safe and in a paradise for dogs. Yeah. But I don't have the resources to support that. Yeah. So I have it on this scale for right now. Yeah. So that's
and it's been going on for a number of years.
Over 25 years I've had this place. Actually 26, but you know, let's just say, 25, 26 years, that's what we've been doing. And even cats, you know, stray cats, and we've always been, you know, our first things were stray cats, and we named them Hott or Spotty, or, you know, and that kind of thing, making, you know, just having, you know, a bit of fun with it. And then a lot of people, you do see love animals, and you do see a lot of people really don't. So you get
What's the situation here with stray dogs? Are you seeing it improving or getting worse?
I see it getting worse.
Really?
Yeah. For some reason, people started gravitating toward having domestic pets as dogs instead of cats. So, you know, we used to have cats as being the number one, and it shifted in Greece completely, and so it was the dog focus.
Yeah. And then now I
dogs.
suppose the problem is that people can't afford to have their dogs anymore.
They think they want that they can keep, sweetie, that they can, you know, take care of them, and it's on a whim, or they don't know the type of dog that they're taking in, and they didn't like the character, or whatever, you know, their reasons are. And the resources, not having to be able to take them to the vets, the money, it's costly here. I don't know in England, but very, very costly. And it shouldn't be that costly. You know, the vaccines and the shot, they're not all that expensive. So they're, you know the situation.
And so tonight you'll do another feed with them.
Oh yes, so definitely. And something else also for you know, spading them and neutering them and stuff. You know, that's extremely costly.
So this is potentially,
you know what I'm saying? So that's extremely, that's not just shots, okay, I'll give, you know, a 30-euro shot, which is, you know, that's extortionist in my books. You know, when the shot costs literally, we know what it costs literally. You know, more than €5, it does not cost.
No.
You know, and for someone to administer it, okay. You know, let's be fair here. So now the neuter and stuff, it's just we're going to, and yeah, right. So people aren't doing that. So when their pet gets,
and that's what we're here to.
rabies, yeah,
that's what we're here to.
yes, to assess.
Exactly.
Yes.
And to maybe introduce a neutering campaign across Lesvos.
Oh, I would love to help.
Yeah.
And you know what? There were actually groups that were humane society groups, but they didn't have the funds. They were actually official.
Yeah.
They would take dogs in and that whole thing. And they had a place. There were actually 2 of them.
Yeah.
But they dwindled out. They couldn't economically support it. And I know these people. And they said, you know, Nicky, we can't do it. You know, we're trying everything I've got, the extra money I've got, putting it in, you know, I'm trying to help. And these people really care. But, you know, Greece has been so slammed. And especially here.
Yeah.
Especially Lesvos.
Because of the refugee crisis.
You have no idea.
This crisis economically anyway.
It's indescribable. You know, you living here, Mytilene more than the, you know, the little villages, because the little villages are.
Self-sufficient.
Exactly. It's indescribable. Indescribable. It's a collapse.
Yeah.
It's a complete collapse from under our feet, you know. Yeah. Non-sustainable. Anyway.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay.